Yes, indeed. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is a digital asset space. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. The Great Wealth Transfer. What did I title this? I thought I tried it. The XRP, the Great Wealth Transfer is XRP is in XRP and BTC, and they know it. I think that's what I titled it. And they know it. It's upon us. They absolutely 100% know it's XRP and BTC. They know it, quote unquote. They know it, and now we know it, right? And now we know what's going on, TJ Jackson. Guys, and the other great thing is we get to participate in a big time way. But I got to tell you, I am excited, and I got to apologize to Rick Edelman because I kind of called him out a little bit because he deals in mutual funds. But I should have given him some props and some praise for his knowledge on the digital asset space. I should have. I don't know why. I don't want to say I missed it, but I was so busy focusing on the other thing that I forgot to give him his props. So shout out to Rick Edelman for understanding the space and wanting those people in his profession, which are financial planners and RIAs, if you will, to level up their IQ about this space. So I should have played more of that yesterday for you guys, but I'm going to play some of it today because Raul Paul definitely has been doing his thing. I'm really, really excited about what he has going on at Real Vision Crypto, just in case people aren't sharing that. Real Vision Crypto is where you can really get some insights and level up your IQ in this space for sure. Over at Real Vision Crypto, it is outstanding, absolutely outstanding stuff there for sure. And so, yeah, it's a great place, I think, to learn how to go into a space and how to do it the right way and how to get people kind of into what you're doing. I like it. It's really, really good. So I'm going to share some stuff with you guys today as well. Shout out to freaking XRP Crypto Wolf has just been kind of nailing it on Twitter. Every single tweet you guys putting out has kind of been nailing it. Gonna share that. Gonna share something from the Martian report that I think is really, really interesting. I read it a couple of days ago, but I had some other stuff that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. So I didn't go any further. And let me turn this off. Sorry. Turn this off here. I was talking to Crypto Siege for a bit. So we're going to go over that as well. And I think when you think we're going to hear from Rick Edelman, we're going to hear from Dan Moorhead from Pantera Capital. Again, that was something that came from Real Vision Crypto, a really, really great interview there as well. And so it's very interesting times. And when you think about what JP Morgan is saying and what Fidelity investments is, all right, because they have Fidelity digital assets. So think about what they're doing. Raul Paul is right when he says his contacts, every contact that he speaks with says institutional money is coming big time. So we're going to get into that as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that XRP and BTC trade that I've been talking about and BC Backer's been talking about, see if it makes sense for you as well. So a lot of good stuff. I was going to go to the gym. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait till this afternoon. So I'm going to do this live stream. I am going to hang out, take care of some other stuff for an hour or so. Then I'm going to hit the gym when I drop my baby girl off to work. All right, guys. So let's get into it. An exciting time. It's an exciting time to get some more XRP right around 47 cents as well. All right, let's do this. All right, guys. So listen, it's a really cool time to be in the digital asset space. So we've been kind of planning on a 46, 47 cent XRP. It happened. I got some at 49 cents. As soon as I'm done this live stream, I'm going to snatch some up at 47 cents as well, because I think it's just a cool time to kind of get that 2-for-1 when you can get it. You certainly want to definitely snatch some of that up. So guys, I got to tell you, really, really interesting. Listening to Rick Edelman the other day, you know, I don't know why, but it slipped my mind that he had mentioned XRP. I mean, he called it Ripple, right? But it slipped my mind that he talked about that with that interview with Raoul Pal, and you could see that he got that it's not just going to be Bitcoin. You could see that he knew that there were other assets. And Dan Moore the same thing. I'm going to share some stuff with him as well, and Raoul Pal, and from Pantera Capital, that it really, really will get you thinking about what's about to happen. Who knows, right? Well, it might not be $9 to $13 range for XRP. It might be 10 to 20. You know, one alt season or two, it might be 10 to 20. Because the influx of money is really, really ramping up. And shout out to Cryptopolis, who had mentioned this, that he said this looks totally different than 2017's bull run, because the amount of volume going on in the space is significantly more. And I think just when you think about the US dollar debasement and you think about what's going on with the beer code, people are looking, and people are going, when things start to happen, whether it be BTC first or be the alts first, doesn't matter. When things start to happen, you know, FOMO is going to start, and it's just big time money coming in. And now the big time money is not coming in during the FOMO, right? they're coming in now. They understand the market, right? They understand it. Yeah, they got the historical data on, you know, one all season or two all season. They got the historical data on Bitcoin moves and when it moves. They got all that stuff. They are not sitting around and waiting for a price, right? That's not what they do. They don't sit around and wait for a price, right? They go get the real money. They go get the reality money. That's what they do. They go get the reality money, and then they leverage the market cycles. That's what they do. Right. So in any case, guys, listen, let's get into this. Raoul Pal is definitely doing his thing. You want to check the numbers real quick? Let's check the numbers and see what is going on with the prices here, because it was interesting. I'll just go to Livecoin Watch here, share that, and I'll go over that. I won't share it, but I'll tell you what they are. Go to livecoinwatch.com, screw coin market cap. So right now, BTC is at $19,366. Interesting that XRP, even with Bitcoin going up, I wouldn't even say even, but still hanging around that range. I mean, it's at 19.1, you know, at 19, the price is in that 47 cents range. Isn't that exciting? So Bitcoin is at $19,362. Ethereum is at $585. XRP is at 47 cents. Bitcoin Cash is at $293. Litecoin is at $81.80. $81.80. Chainlink's at $12.64. Cardano is at 15 cents. Polkadot's at $5.19. Stellar's at 16 cents. I'm wondering, when the masses come in, they take their heads out of the sand and they come into the space. I got a feeling that they're going to look at Stellar, Cardano, at XRP. You get that sneaking suspicion that that's what's going to happen, because people tend to look at the price first, and then they look at the value. So that's going to be really, really interesting to see how that plays out. How much money is going to actually get into Stellar and Cardano will be interesting to see. I still have not diversified into those two. I still have not, but I got to tell you, my Elron is kicking butt. I've doubled, it's kicking butt for sure. Hope you guys got some of that GLD when it was less than $10. Let me see something, because it's $21 and change right now. Let's see something. Let's update this. Yep, there it is. 100. This is, this is off just slightly, so it's 200% change for that. And I took, again, this is 200% on the play money, on the it doesn't matter. I took my initial investment out already a long time ago, so this is 200% on the play money. So thank God. Thank God for that, guys. All right, guys. So let's get into this a little bit. I'm going to say hey and what is good to all the people in the stream. Then we'll get into it. Who is first? TJ Jackson was first. What's good? What's good, brother? Good to see you. Life Pillars, good morning. Good morning to you. Sup, my man. C. What's up with you, Wubby? They know it, Rasheen B. Wealthy. Indeed they do. Yeah, indeed we do. But we knew first. We knew first, right? What's going on, Purple Kush? Good to see you. Guys, do me a favor, 50 plus people in the stream already. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already done that. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. YouTube loves it. We definitely appreciate you doing it. Just collapse the chats, no worries. Collapse the chat, smash the like and come back and hang out. Big Money knows it. What's up? That's right, Purple Kush. That is exactly right, Purple Kush. Or as Raul Paul said the other day, what did he say that on? I forget which video I shared, but he said, it doesn't matter if your neighbors know, if your dudes, your boys, it doesn't matter if they know or care. It doesn't matter if they care. It doesn't matter if they think it's whatever. Real money knows. Woo, I love it. Real money knows. What's going on to Jason Carter? Good to see you. CW is in the building. Yep. No, I don't know much about quant. I do know that it is a thing. Oh, TJ Jackson said, I got a small bag of quant at CW. Cool. Louis D. Leon. What up, bro? What's good with you, man? Where you checking in from, Luis? Celsius has a hell of a promo codes going on now. Excuse me. Yes, in fact, they do. They really do. What? D. Dan says, I'm starting to think Stellar Lumen is the Yankees and XRP is the Mets. What? That's interesting. They're both winners, right? They're both winners. That's an interesting statement, my friend. XRP usually follows Bitcoin. You think this dip is solely from the flare drop? I don't think it's solely. I think of a lot of it is, Wubby. I think a lot of it is because of that there. In either case, this is something that we were planning on. We were planning on, that 46, 47 cent XRP, right? Planning on that. And that's all. That's good. That's just part of this accumulation phase, right? That's all good. That is all good. What else we got here? Purple Kush. I said, hey, XRP Reg, what's going on, my friend? XRP Reg says, remember, in every bull market, corrections will happen, take profits, and accumulate at cheaper levels. Indeed. Yeah, I'm thinking about Elron as a perfect example. Took my initial investment out from that a while back. And so now, you could have a few $1,000s just to its play to kind of put into that XRP when it does its thing, right? So you take your, let's say, for example, 1,000. If you took free money here at 1,000, right? You took your initial investment out of Elron, right? Now say you got $1,000, right? You could take that 1,000. You could take 1,000. You could leave it there and let Elron do his thing. Maybe get to 200%, 300%, maybe 400%. I don't know. Or you can kind of wait in that range. It's free money, and you can then what I'm doing, right? I'm going to take free money, right, or OPM, other people's money. I'll take that and I'm going to put it in XRP, and even from today's prices at 47 cents, just to all-time high. Think of that percentage: 47 cents to $3 change. What's that percentage gains? Is it more than 200% or 300%? Or if you go and you go into the range that we're all expecting, $9, $10, $13, what's that look like in percentage gains? What is 47 cents to $10? Someone please do the math for me on that. 47 cents to $10. What's that percentage gain on that free few grand, right? That free money. What's the percentage gains, right? That's the multiplying thing kind of going on, right? So in any case, Mr. Pasquale, it's good to see you. No_0 or Earl, good to see you. David Stanley is in the building. Max Payne, what do you think about Stellar Lumen? I don't own any Stellar Lumen, my friend. I don't know enough to intelligently articulate about Stellar. Look, for me, when I look at Stellar or any other altcoin, is that it's an altcoin, and I can put money into it, or I can put money in other stuff. It's the same money. It doesn't change. Historically, however, there has been a proven record of which altcoins have performed the best during bull markets, right? It's the same money. Like I think a lot of people think that the money is different somehow. It's the same money. So the thing for me that I'm paying attention to is the altcoin cycle and the Bitcoin cycle and the historical percentage gains in the alts. Historically, Ethereum and XRP have kind of been the ones, right? And so I'd rather take my money and put it in something that historically has proven to, do some crazy stuff. Never mind fundamentals, never mind all the use cases, partnerships, and all that other kind of stuff, right? So it's the same money, right? So what I look at is, how can I double or triple my money and then put it into the historically big time gains, right? Whereas I know there's going to be liquidity, right? I don't want to hang out in a low cap, right? I don't want to hang out in a low cap and then, you can't do nothing with it. So just some food for thought for you guys. Just some food for thought. What's going on, John Stoops? Good to see you. Get your yield flare. Get your yield flare. Yes. When are they doing that? I don't know when that's happening. Good morning from California. Good morning to you, Mika. Mika Velli, how are you, my friend? Good to see you this morning. Drew G is in the building as well. Capello MG is in the building. That's right. More free money, and that's the thing. The reality of the market is reality of the market, right? Some people recognize other people's money, and some don't. Some people, all they know is their money. That's the reality. The reality is there's some people that all they know is their money invested. They don't get the concept of other people's money. Like they completely miss it. They don't get it, right? So, hopefully we can kind of, wake some people up on, this concept of other people's money that ultimately can give you significantly more money if you understand the cycles. Right. All right, guys. So let's get into what I want to share with you guys first. Let's share a little bit. Guys, 78 people in the stream. Do me a favor, guys, and collapse the chat, smash the like. I definitely would appreciate that. I'm going to let you listen to, again, some of Raoul Pal share the bigger picture. Then I'm going to let you know about the big guys who, not that Raoul Paul's not a big guy, some of these big guys who have never in the past been saying anything, starting to speak up about what they know is about to happen. They know what is about to happen. And you got to also remember another thing too, is that people that already have money, they hang out in Bitcoin. That's what they do. Right? It's a hedge. They'll take the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x because they're not getting that anywhere else. Those people who haven't created, $100 million or $200 million or $300 million in wealth yet, you gotta, you may want to think about hanging out in the right alts that can give you that wealth if you play it the right way, right? And so that is ultimately the key with the right strategy. Always having a percentage of your altcoin left. You hold on to that. You keep it somewhere. You're not doing anything for 5, 10 years, right? certain percentage of that. 5-10 years, you're not doing it. So in case something does happen, you still have some left, right? That's really the deal. All right, let's share this Raoul Pal thing here with you guys. This is about the bigger picture. It's about the bigger picture, guys, that I wanted to share with you guys. And then I'm gonna get into the comments. Raoul Pal, make sure you don't miss out on this, the biggest opportunity now. Make sure you don't miss out on this, the biggest opportunity now. Let's listen to this.
Conservative, I'd say 150,000. If I'm to be.
So that was what he was saying. He was expecting the Bitcoin price to be for this bull run. 150,000. He says maybe just 125,000. At today's prices, what's the X on that? What is that? That's 5 or 6X. That's 6X at least, right? 6X, 120. He said 150. So that would be between 6 and 7X, right? That's going to happen. That's a not is going to happen. That's a possibility. And remember, Bitcoin's going to be doing its thing when it does it, not the alts. The alts are either going to move before or they're going to move after. Right? They're either going to move before or after. And how you play it is understanding the market cycle. All right, let's do it.
Realistic, knowing what I know about the flow of funds, I think I have a feeling that Plan B's model is going to underprice the upside. I know everybody thinks on this cycle the price will be lower. I just don't see it because the amount of money coming into the space. So I actually have a feeling it might be above his target.
Wow.
About 250,000. But I don't know. But I like that optionality. You know, worst case 150, best case north of 250. Find me another trade in the world that looks like this.
Wow.
Go 50%. So you lose 50 grand. Okay. Worse. What you don't, you would lose 25,000. We're assuming the market falls 50%, doesn't recover. So you lose 25,000. How recoverable is that? That middle person who's generated, and it's probably recoverable. Okay. So it's not going to change their life because they've already still got 75,000 in savings. It's a hindrance. But if that 50,000 you put in goes up 50-fold or 10-fold, 50-fold, 2.5 million, 10-fold, 500,000, it's life-changing. No other asset has an upside of 5x, 10x, 20x.
I just want to point out to you guys, I'm going to get in the comments here in just a second. The dude said $500,000. This is a macro guy. He's hugely successful. Net worth, I'm told, is in the tens and tens of millions. He said $500,000 was life-changing. Just $500,000. Life-changing. Just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Raoul Pal said $500,000 is life-changing. What's going on, Jay Sober? $500,000. Right? Jocko Estehuins, Bitcoin's down and alts up. Yeah, so laugh out loud. Worst case, I wish, right? Yeah, right. Think about that. Worst case scenario, he's saying 150,000. He believes because of the cash flow, and he says he understands cash inflow. He could be 250,000, and he's talking about just put 50,000 in, right? Just put 50,000 in, right? Oh my goodness. So I don't know. So we shall see what's going to happen. We shall definitely see. Yeah, and yeah, I love the uni as well. So I'm definitely going to be taking the cash and out of the diversification and taking the 100% gains, 200% and 300%. I'm taking that. I'm putting it, for me personally, in the crypto season zone, we're putting that into XRP, maybe a teeny tiny amount into more BTC, and just we're going to leverage the cycles. All right, let's listen to a little more of this. I just want to point out that the guy said $500,000 is life changing. No, he's talking about making $500,000, 50,000 times 10. That's what he was talking about. XRP regs. He was saying 50,000 in, and just say it 10x. It's $500,000. But he's saying, what if it 20x? He's like, where do you have that? What other asset class do you have a possible 10x or a possible 20x? Like, where is that possible? Like in their world, in that traditional world, in the traditional world, if they get a 5, 6, and 8x, I'm not talking about these pre-IPO guys, not talking about that. People that kind of can get in on in the know and all of that stuff, right? On some stuff, right? Think about that. And what he's saying, he's saying it from the masses perspective, because the masses don't get that pre-IPO and pre-stuff opportunities. So for the masses, a 10x is like the vast majority of people. That's just why I harp so much on that $9 to $13 price range. And how do you not take advantage of that when 99% of the people will never get that type of opportunity to go from a 10-cent XRP or 12-cent XRP to $10? Never get that opportunity outside of the digital asset space, and people are gonna walk away from it because of a $30 XRP and the possibility of a $30 XRP when the reality of that 10 is there. In any case, I digress. Listen to some more from Raoul Pal. And also keep in mind, we're never talking about being 100% out of XRP, right? We're always talking having 10%, 20%, 30%, 40% still left for long-term future holdings, right? Let's listen to a little bit more. Every time I listen to this, I get so excited.
In a short space of time, nothing. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity we're being given. That's the beauty of it. That's why this thing is worth so much money. You have a call option on the future of the financial system and the network effects and a store of value at the same time. There's never been anything like this before. No asset has existed that looks like this. The price of Bitcoin is not like the price of an equity, which is a P ratio and stuff. It's just the money.
You see that, guys? Again, I encourage you to listen to that thing, listen to it over and over and over again, and get the big picture. Also understanding that they'll initially get into BTC, but they will, right? Eventually get into the other alts. And I'm going to let some other guys tell you the same thing as well. What's going on, Black Impact? Good to see you, my friend. What up to you, man? Good to see you. Stocks are pouring. That's exactly right. Star in the making is here. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. You're right. This is an early market. We are early adopters. This is exactly right. That is exactly right. So we get 100% on the dailies. Oh, how about that? What's going on, Richard France? Good to see you this morning. Zoran is here. Hello from Slovenia. Hello to you, my friend. Yeah, that's true. That's true. VeChain gives you, BitTrue does give you VeChain. That's true. That's a great point, right? VeChain on Binance gives you VThor, but BitTrue gives you VeChain if you participate in the Power Piggy. Absolutely true, Drew G. Absolutely true. So guys, let's take a listen to Rick Edelman. In case you don't know who Rick Edelman is, he is probably more known from being one of the more successful, what they call RIAs in the space, and created a company which is, I think, is registered institution advisors or something like that. RIAs who act on your behalf. You know, potentially that's the kind of the goal. As a RIA, who's someone who's looking out for your better half versus some other financial planners that might not be that, who can kind of more look to push a product versus looking out for your best half. So RIA supposedly is supposed to act more for your benefit, right? And so let's share that one. Where is it? Right here, breaking down the barriers to entry. Listen to what he has to say when he talks BTC and XRP.
Whole revolution. And you can extend that to Ripple. You know, the reason that a lot of these key coins exist is that they solve a problem that the others were facing. Bitcoin is not the end-all solution. It has a huge head start, you know, with 70% market share and a brand that none of the others have, but there's a reason technologically for the existence of these other coins. A lot of them are nonsense, but some of them make sense. So recognizing the cumbersome element of buying coins themselves. I chose personally not to engage in mining. Too time consuming. I'm too busy at my day job with Edelman Financial Engines. I'm not going to go there. But I instead have looked at funds. And so, and not just funds like the Bitwise 10, which is.
So anyway, that was Rick Edelman and on Raoul Paul's show. Rick Edelman on Bitcoin, breaking down the barriers to entry. Edelman and Financial Engines is the #1 RIA in the nation, according to Barron's. So he's a really, really smart guy in what he does in that RIA space. And he created a product and not a product, but created a business in the company and educating. And and throughout this whole interview, he's talking about the necessity of educating financial planners about digital assets because they don't understand it. I don't agree with him in that he doesn't feel like he should tell his clients or to it unless they can introduce the product themselves. Because he did say he wouldn't send them to Coinbase or whatever to get some. So that I don't agree with, but the fact that he's wanting to educate them and actually certify them so that they can say they're certified, so that then they can tell their clients about this ETF that potentially could come. I don't get that part as a RIA. For me, let me change this. For me, if you're looking out for your clients better half, help them get the Binance and Binance US and Coinbase, help them, right? Don't hold off until you can get a product that you can push because it's ETF. I don't kind of agree with that, but I do appreciate and respect that he has significant knowledge about the space. You know, you hear him talk about XRP and him understanding that technology, right, is hugely important, right? Hugely important. Now let's listen to Dan Moorhead from Pantera Capital. In case you don't know, it's one of the companies that hold digital assets. Is Pantera Capital. They hold digital assets and purchase and invest in companies like Ripple as well, which I think is interesting. My first portfolio, I base it off of Pantera Capital and what they were doing. My first one, my original one, years ago. So let's see. Let's try this one. Listen to Dan Moorhead and what he says here. It's really interesting. Here it is. The next phase of the crypto bull run.
What are they doing with the wallet? Because the wallet's going to be interesting here as well. Because if they can use this platform for either storage or exchange of digital assets, then that's a huge game changer for everyone. Right?
It is, and I certainly don't have any inside information on what Facebook's going to do, but obviously they want to make it easy for their users to do retail purchases, not just in their own domestic country, but borderlessly, right? So You're seeing that with Alipay's allowing 1.3 billion people to do commerce online. Facebook, the Fed, all the other entities that are in the payment space, really need to emulate that.
It's not all about Bitcoin, as you and I have talked about. I just want to know where your head's at with the other digital assets. I mean, one of the most contentious ones seems to be XRP, and that's, I did a big piece on Real Vision about it. How do you see that project? Because you've been invested in that for a long time.
Yeah, I think, it's easy to be kind of extremist on currencies, and, some people think it's all one versus all another. I think there's going to be a single digit number of very important blockchains in the long run. There won't be 2,000, but there won't be just one. So we are invested in Bitcoin and XRP. And at various times we change our views, and we made a very strong call in our, I think it was March investor letter, that we want to go much longer Bitcoin relative to everything else. Bitcoin we thought would do well in the kind of aftermath of the pandemic's economic shock. But now actually I think the other currencies are going to outperform Bitcoin. And, this isn't to inspire a bunch of hate trolling, but it's Bitcoin.
And so now they think that the alts, again, he thinks that the alts are going to outperform, right? But we historically, oh no, what's going on? It's lagging a little bit. We know historically that the alts always do perform. It's just when outperform Bitcoin. It's just when do the alts go versus when does BTC go? And are we going to have one alt season or two? So his plan is that he's planning on it outperforming Bitcoin. So does it mean that the alts are going to go first and Bitcoin is going to hang around that 19 to 25,000, that 18 to $25,000 range? That's the question. But the fact that they know this, right? They're paying attention to the cycles in the market, right? They're paying attention to it. They're not just holding and hoping and praying, right? They're paying attention to what's the cycles in the market. And the fact of the matter is, historically, you can check it. You can predict it almost. There are, in fact, what they call predictable alt seasons, right? Or predictable cycles in the bull run. So interesting that he said that about the altcoins, right? And he goes on to some more about that as well. Let me share this. I keep hitting that leave studio. I don't want to hit that. Let's see.
Of a ton, but I just think other things can outperform it. And partly it's just, Bitcoin's the mega cap, it can't go up and down as much as the tiny little small caps do. And I think we're in a massive bull market. So the smaller cap things have high beta, they're going to outperform. Bitcoin's 62% of the market cap right now, got up to just below 70. And a few years ago, it was down to 32. So a quick kind of metric would be, I think Bitcoin dominance will drift down by Bitcoin going up and everything else going up a lot more.
What's the most exciting thing you're seeing on XRP, and what's the most exciting thing you're seeing on ETH right now?
XRP is fueling the cross-border money movement that we had, everybody in the industry has been talking about for a long time. Currently, blockchain-enabled cross-border money movement from the United States and Mexico is getting close to 10% of all of that very important $25 billion remittance corridor. So that's a huge success for our industry, that a use case that's really making people's lives better. And if you think about remittance, for those of us in finance, the average remittance cost is 9%. And, it's just a number, whatever, it's 900 basis points. But for the migrant, that's a month's wages, right? The migrant has to work for an entire month just to pay their remittance company. So if you can send it, with crypto directly, it's almost free. If you have to, pay an agent, like Bitso or somebody like that, it's 1% or 2%. But it's still, it's already changing people's lives. And obviously, the most important thing in Ethereum is ETH 2.0 going live.
And the point to this is they know, right? And you have to understand that Dan Moorhead is saying the alts are going to outperform Bitcoin, right? It doesn't mean that Bitcoin is not going to perform. It's that the alts are going to outperform them. And historically, That has been the case. That has been the case, right? Guys, 170 plus people in the stream. Thanks so much for hanging out this afternoon. I appreciate that. Please, if you haven't already, smash that like button if you're enjoying the hangout. Just no worries if you haven't done so already. Just collapse the chat, go smash the like, and then come back and hang out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. We're growing at a rapid pace now, and ring that notification bell. So it's not like Raoul Paul or Dan Moorhead don't understand that Bitcoin is going to do its thing, right? Raoul Paul's talking about one guy saying 150,000. Raoul Paul believes that's a little on the low side. He's thinking more 250, right? If you do 150,000, for example, and the reason why I like what Raoul Paul and Dan Moorhead are saying is because they know more from a macro perspective what happens when institutional money comes into a space. A TA guy is not going to know that. Like a TA guy is just going to look at the charts in the past history. But, well, not all TA guys. Some TA guys know the difference. Like, for an example, like a cryptopulist, like a guy who's been in the space and the traditional markets for 40 years. 40. Right, so he knows the difference between the 2017 bull run and this particular bull run, and he highlighted that. Right, that volume, that significant additional volume, just like JP Morgan says is coming. It's and a lot of it's already here, but more is coming. Is the reason why instead of the possibility of just a 60 to 80,000 BTC can actually be 150,000 to maybe, maybe even a 250,000 Bitcoin, right? And just like Rick Edelman and Dan Moorhead said, when the value of BTC rises with all that money, it just automatically raises up the value of the other assets, especially those with real world use case, right? With real world use case. And so it's so hugely important. And let's to keep that in mind, but let's also go to something from XRP Crypto Wolf that I think is important. And then I'm going to share something from the Martian report as well. What's going on, guys? 190, almost 200 people on the stream. Appreciate you hanging out this afternoon. Look, the great wealth transfer is upon us. It's XRP and BTC. It's your alt and BTC. But what I would encourage you to do is find out, do some research, what has historically happened to your particular altcoin during bull runs. What's the percentage gains? What does it look like? What does it look like? Is it more of the 100, 200, and 300% gain? Or is it more of the 20x, 30x, and 50x? That's the difference. That's the difference that you have to pay attention to. In my humble opinion, all right. Let's do JP Morgan's first from XRP Crypto Wolf. Shout out to that dude, XRP Crypto Wolf. I appreciate all that you do, my friend, to add value to this community. We know you've been doing it a long time, and we definitely appreciate you, my friend. JP Morgan estimates institutions could put $600 billion into Bitcoin. The $100 million purchase, the $100 million purchase from Mass Mutual, which is a 160-something-year-old insurance company that primarily deals in one of our sound saving instruments, which is a dividend-paying whole life insurance policy structured properly for net cash. All right. The $100 million purchase from Mass Mutual suggests adoption of Bitcoin is spreading with family offices and wealthy investors, to insurance firms and pension funds. Again, just like Cryptopolis says, this new flow of money that's coming in is going to be inflow of money. It's going to be significant. It's going to be different in the 2017 bull run, and it's going to be significantly different in the price of digital assets. And again, when the retail part of that is going to be looking at these altcoins less than $1, the institutional part of that is going to be looking at the top altcoins and how they perform. And that is going to be, my friends, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Because they're going to play those cycles because they understand, the 4, 5, 6, 7, and X's. They understand it, right? So that's just something to note. But we get both parts. We get the institutional money and the retail money coming into XRP. Why? Because it's so cheap. It's so very important to understand that. So let's share another thing from XRP Crypto Wolf. Let's see. And this is from the CEO of Fidelity Investments, who have their own subdivision, if you will, Fidelity Digital Assets. Fidelity Digital Assets. Fidelity, again, shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for sharing this with the community. Fidelity CEO Abigail Johnson claims that their main goal from a commercial perspective is to bridge the world of legacy finance with the future of digital currency. The billionaire believes the cryptocurrency space is starting to really take off this time. So think about it. Think about 2017 and what happened to the price of XRP when it was less than a penny, and in 2017, it went to $3.77 or $3.84, depending upon where you were looking. Think about that gain, and think about from a March 12th date in 2020, where it could possibly go, which was 12 cents, I believe. March 17th, 12 cents, or March 12th, 12 cents, something like that. In March, 12 cent XRP. Think about the percentage gains. What if it was the same percentage gains that, even if it was just the same percentage gains from 2017, from 0.06 to $3.77, with that percentage gains, take that percentage gains from now a 12 cent low in 2020, 12 cent low in 2020, where does that take you? I'm going to ask you smart guys to tell me. So do XRP at 0.06 to $3.77 percentage gain. And whatever that percentage gain is, now do that from 12 cents. And what number does that give you? The billionaire believes the cryptocurrency space is starting to really take off this time. Like the 2017 bull run wasn't good. If you think that was good, that's what she's saying. What do you think is going to happen this time? So let's see if anybody could figure out that math. Yeah. So, right. And so the thing with the past, right, is it doesn't necessarily repeat, but it does rhyme, right? But it does rhyme, right? Money make a boss. That's the reality, right? That's a huge, important reality. Where is that at? Excuse me. Man, it took like 1 year to bag 5,000 XRP, right? Guys, think about this statement, right? This is you and I, right? This is you and I, right? Got things going on, got life going on, got kids, family, significant others. Took a year to get to 5,000 XRP. Not easy when you have bills. Right? Not easy when you have bills. XRP number one says, like, what's the figures? So I don't know. Let me try and figure that out. I have a percentage calculator somewhere. Let me see. Anybody figure out 0.006 to cents to $3.78? Anybody? I might have to go. Let me see if I got that percentage calculator. Let me see if I have that pulled up. %. 62,900%. 62,900%. Sorry about that, guys. Over 200 people in the stream, guys. Appreciate you hanging out this afternoon, guys. Do me a favor, smash that like if you hadn't already. So from XRP at one time being 0.006 cents in 2017 to a $3.78 XRP, it was 62,900%. 62,900%. So it went up to a certain portion. There was actually 2 alt seasons in that kind of little run there, right? So a lot of people don't know that. So it went to like less than 1 cent to like less than 1 cent to like 20 cents, I believe. And then it went from 20 or 21 cents to $3. Two different seasons, 2 different alt seasons, right? So 12 cents. So it would be 12 cents times 620, right? 620, because that's a 620x. Then to see where that price would take you is you would just do 0.12 times 620. That's a $74 XRP. Is my math correct on that? So you would basically take, yep, $74.40. XRP number 1, there you go, $74.40. Now, given that what we know about what's going on with Raoul Pal, Dan Moorhead, Rick Edelman, Fidelity, JP Morgan, saying institutional money is coming in, 2017 is going to be different than that bull run is going to be different than this bull run. Given that added extra volume of $600 billion to a trillion, 600 billion to a trillion, given that, right? Just kind of given that, would you expect, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying there's a certainty, would you expect that 62,000%? I'm going to say 63,000, okay? Will you guys allow me to say 63,000 so I don't have to keep saying 62,900? Okay, so given that 63,000% gain that happened without real money coming in, without institutions and family offices and hedge funds coming in, would you at least expect that? I ask you. I don't tell you what to think. I ask you. Would you at least expect that? Market cap has nothing to do with that, Jake Fever. It has nothing to do with it. Market cap has nothing to do with the price of digital assets. Nothing. That is the biggest misnomer in all of the digital asset space. the influx of money, cash flow coming in, determines the price of XRP, determines the price of Bitcoin. It determines the price of everything. Market cap has nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter how many XRP are in circulation. Doesn't matter how many Bitcoins are in circulation. What matters is the influx of money that comes into the space. That is all that matters. That is all that matters. What's going on, Theory Asia? Appreciate you being here, my friend. Good to see you, and thanks so much for the super chat. Theory A says, I will say this. I know that feeling of not being able to buy when life gets in the way, but I still feel good because of the interest I earn on Celsius. Yes, sir. I love it, Theory A. Every single week. Every single week, more XRP gets added. Every single week. Love the interest on Celsius, brother. It's good to see you in the stream. So 63,000%, 620x the money. I just ask you, what do you think? What do you think the difference is going to be with a potential 600 billion? This is coming from JP Morgan. You just heard, I just read from you what the CEO from Fidelity Assets is saying. I just let you listen to Raoul Pal saying somewhere between 150,000 Bitcoin and 250,000 Bitcoin. Conservative numbers have been a 60 to 100,000 Bitcoin. And again, ultimately, what I think what people miss is that cycle with alts and Bitcoin is there. And if you and I know it, they know it. If you and I know it, family offices, hedge funds, institutional money, they know it. They're going to play the cycle, the alt cycle and the BTC cycle. They're going to play it because they understand multiplying their money. Right? So it's just not about market cap. Market cap doesn't matter. What matters is liquidity in the market. And do traders feel like they can go in BTC and into XRP and out of XRP into BTC? That's what they want to know. That's what they want to know. That's what they want to know. And if you get the whole XRP ecosystem with the market makers and the market takers and the exchanges, right? They're registered, or oh my God, I forget the RRPs, Bittrex and the likes, right? Bitstamp, I believe Bitstamp as well. Those exchanges and what they're doing, they're not doing it for the bull market with XRP. They're doing the payments thing, right? They're doing the payments thing. So you have to keep that ecosystem in mind as well. Don't forget the market makers and the market takers and the XRP ecosystem for payments. That's still going on, which means they still need XRP. It's not just the bull run with the retail guys trading the stuff amongst each other. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I hope you guys get. That ecosystem is still going on and exists outside of the bull run. The market making and the market taking and these RRPs or RPPs or whatever they call preferred providers, registered provider or something. I forget the name now, but it's basically the exchanges that Ripple, the company, partnered with to provide liquidity in that market making and market taking space. You see what I'm saying? That still goes on no matter what. Bull market or bear market, that's going on. That them meeting and them wanting and them moving XRP to make that payments thing, to make the payments thing that's going on with MoneyGram, right? You understand? SBI, Ripple, right? They still need XRP, right? You see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense to you. Nothing happens when the market corrects. Crypto's biggest douche. It just corrects. It corrects because that's what the market does. People taking profit, right? And that type of thing. Markets correct, right? But you just have to know that they do correct and how much do they correct, right? That's the being prepared. So even after a correction, the retracement for XRP typically is 50%. So if you know that, and it's at $10 and then it corrects to $3, more than likely it's going to get back to $5. Right? So, right? If you know that, if you're doing your homework and you're investing in you and you're learning about the market, right? You're going out and checking out bcbacker.com and you're investing $39 in you, then you know that, right? Willie Washington, congrats, brother. Congrats. Willie Washington said, I got more XRP this morning. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Michael O2 is in the building. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. XRP tacos, you're 1,000% correct, bro. Man, these Wall Street traders are making a killing on XRP day trading. This is exactly right. And now I'm not a big fan of day trading, but what it does do is provide liquidity in the market, right? It provides a level of liquidity in the market because they understand these trades. They understand the fact of the 50% retracement for XRP historically, because that's what they do. They calculate the history of the markets, right? And they're professionals. Day trading is a profession. We're not talking about day trading. We're talking about cycle trading. That's a different thing. Julian Flash is in the building. I bought the dip. I hear you, brother. Good to hear that. Guys, 263 people in the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been absolutely awesome. I still got more stuff to share with you guys for sure. I know I want to make sure I snatch up some of that XRP at 40 something cents as well. So let me see how I can do that, because that's a good opportunity, right? Where did I buy it last time? Okay, yeah. I think Binance US gave me a little bit better price than, what is that thing called? Pro.coinbase.com, right? So you guys understand that, right? Thank you, XRP number one, for sharing that. XRP's typical retracements are 50%. What's going on, Jabe Shepard? Good to see you. CP is in the building. What's going on, CP? Started with $200 in Bitcoin, hoping to ride the waves, buy the dips, and flip that 200 to 20 million. Okay, cool. As long as you got a plan, my friend. Long term, LOL. Absolutely. XRP tacos, there you go. I bought the dips from 98 cents all the way down to 11 cents. No pain, no gain. And so again, guys, historically, XRP, that 2017 to 2018, look, I get it. Not everybody got XRP at 1 cent, but somebody did. The fact is it went from less than 1 penny to $3.77. Right? So whether it was one person who got 63,000 percentage gain, or whether it was 100 people or 1,000 people, it happened. Historically, that's the number, right? 63,000% gain. And what I humbly submit to you, if there's more volume, more players, and more money coming in the space, like Fidelity and Investments is expecting, like Dan Moorhead is expecting, like Raoul Paul is expecting, like Rick Edelman is expecting, could you not plan? Could you not just plan for another 63,000% gain? In other words, could you not just plan for $74, the $74 XRP? Given that, situation, it's just really just knowing the numbers. Look at Jake Fever here. Jake Fever is one of the few. Hey, Jake, appreciate you being in the stream, my friend. You're one of the few. You're in that elite 5, 10, maybe 15%, my friend. Congrats to you, bro. Well, guys, he said, I bought at 22 cents, sold at $3.80 and $3.18. And then I bought again at 23 cents. Right? So Jake Fever, he didn't watch it go all the way up and go all the way down. What he did is he took the profit, got to live life, and with other people's money, bought again at 23 cents. Do you understand what I'm saying there? He put his money in at 22 cents. Whatever that amount is whatever that amount is. That's your investment, right? That's your investment. Now at $3.18, whatever amount that he has minus his initial investment is other people's money, right? So he could go take his initial investment and do something else and diversify into something else. He could gift it to his siblings or parents or grandchildren, right? Then he still has that extra money to buy back XRP again at 23 cents with the option to get more than what he started out with. This is just what I'm saying. And if you understand the math and you understand the cycles and you understand that, XRP did not go from 20 cents to $3.70 in a day. It did it in 3 weeks. And if you understand that the 2018 bull run was comprised of 2 alt seasons and there was 6 to 8 months between them, what do you think was going on during that 6 to 8 months in the alts? What do you think they were doing? You think they were just staying right at $3.77 for, not that, 20 cents? Because it went from less than a penny to like 20 something cents. What do you think it was doing at the 27 cents? Do you think it was just staying at 20 cents, 20 cents, 20 cents month 1, 20 cents, 20 cents month 2? No, it was going up and down doing this, right? It was accumulating sideways a little bit of correction, a little bit of retracement. But while it was there in that range, Bitcoin was doing something. Right? Bitcoin was doing something while XRP was hanging out in the 20 cent range. Whether it went from 20 to 25 cents or 20 to 27 cents, it was hanging out in that range. Bitcoin was doing another thing. It wasn't doing percentage gains. It was 100%, 200%, 300%. It was doing the X thing, not the 10 cent and 20, the 10%, 5%, and 15%. It was doing the 100%. And the 200% and the 300% and the 400%, while XRP and all the other alts were hanging out for a long period, 6 to 8 months. You understand what I'm saying? And so what we're going to do, given that fact, and if we get the same scenario of 2 alt seasons, we're going to play that. That's what we're doing in the crypto season. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not giving you financial advice. You certainly have to learn for yourself and see if there's something that makes sense to you. Just go check out bcbacker.com so it all makes sense to you, right? Invest in you, as I like to say, and see if that makes sense to you. See if that makes sense to you. And so for me, what we're going to do, instead of, if we're blessed to get 2 alt seasons, we still don't know if we are or not. But if we are blessed and we have this certainty, if you will, relatively of 2 alt seasons, and we'll know XRP and Bitcoin's prices, we have a signal. We know what it's going to look like. One's alt season versus 2, right? Because we invested in ourselves and we learn something that gives us historical data to pinpoint it, sort of, or relatively pinpoint it, okay? Nothing is an exact science, right? And so if we get the indicators of 2 alt seasons, then we know that we can take whatever amount of money we have valued at $10, for example. This is what we're going to do. Whatever, a certain portion of our XRP, certain portion, whatever the percentage works for you, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 60%, 70%, whatever it works for you. We're going to do that thing at $10 4 different times. We're going to chop that up 4 different times until it's actually a total of 70%. That's what we're going to do, right? Whatever that looks like. And we're going to put it into BTC because we know that we have a choice of keeping 100% going sideways for 6 to 8 months, or we have an opportunity to 100%, 200%, and 300% our money in BTC. And then we make the next move back into XRP. If you understand that, cool. If you don't, again, I would encourage you to say yes to you, invest in you, spend $39 to learn what the heck I'm talking about and see, does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense, right? Does that make sense? That doesn't really make any sense. Really? Was there really 6 to 8 months between 2 alt seasons? Was there really 2 alt seasons? Did Bitcoin really, is there really a cycle between when the alts move and then BTC moves, or BTC moves and then the alt moves? Are these realities? Are these factual things, or no? The way for you to know is to say yes to you, invest in you, and get that bcbacker.com course and see if it makes sense to you. Right? BC Backer, BravoCharlieBacker.com. See if it makes sense to you. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you what we're going to do if we get the signal for 2 alt seasons. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take, right? If we're going to do this scenario right here, Jake Fever did, if there's 2 alt seasons. If there's 1, then it's a different scenario. It's a completely different scenario if there's only 1. But if we get the signal and word that there's 2, that's what we are going to do. Thank you, Jake, for sharing that, right? So you got a chance to live your life, right? A little bit, right? You didn't have to suffer through. See, Jake Fever did not have to suffer through 900 plus days of having not made any money on his money. Like 80 to 85% of us did. XRP number 1, I originally thought 70%. And again, this is what I'm doing. I'm not telling you guys to do this percentage. Originally, I thought 70%. I may do 50%. It all depends. It really, really all depends. I'm going to do more and more numbers, run the numbers again, type of scenario. I do know if I do 70%, I'm not doing 70%, in one transaction, right? I'm going to split the 70% up into 4 different transactions. Why? Because something might change. It might change from $9 to $13 range or $7 to $14 range. It might change, and next thing you know, it's a 10 to 20 range, right? And so I would just do one out of the 4 transactions at, let's say, $10. Right? I'm going to check the market out, see what's kind of going on, and then I'll do the second transaction, and then I'll do the third, and then I'll do the 4th. Right? More each transaction, I'm getting more confirmation of this is the range. Right? Right? But after that first transaction, if it changes and that range now goes from 14 to 20 or from 10 to 20, right? That's a different thing. If I see that, then why would I do it at 10 when I can do it at 20, right? So that's kind of the deal there. I hope that answers your question. That should be number 1. Moneymaker Boss, what was your question, my friend? Let's see. I'm sorry I missed your question. Let me see if I can't find it. Well, great question, Money Maker Boss. It says, how do we protect ourselves from taxes after being super rich? Please, I need to know because I will have crazy money with XRP. Yeah, well, number one, I'm not a tax guy. I'm not an accountant, not an estate attorney, right? But there are ways to legally defer taxes, right? There are ways, right? You can get yourself a self-directed IRA. Works better, in my opinion, if you have some other type of thing to roll over into it. You can do collateralized debt positions on your money. You can take advantage of the Celsius platform to do that, and to take advantage of the interest that you would earn in stable coins, right? And so there's two different kind of scenarios. The stable coin scenario lessens the taxes, right? The stable coin scenario, it lessens the taxes because you can control the amount that you take out, right? So the less income you have, the less taxes you have. So you can control that, right? You put it in the stable coins. You can control that taxes that you put into fiat dollars, right? The collateralized debt position, which is borrowing against leveraging the assets that you have, since that's a loan, there's no taxes, right? That's what me and Mr. Crypto Siege is going to do, right? No taxes, right? And even though we're paying that money back, we're getting our asset back, right? We're getting our XRP back, right? So that's what we're going to do. So those are kind of the three options. The self-directed IRAs are a great option. Again, check what first of all, do you have a tax attorney? Do you have an estate attorney, right? If you're going to be super rich, you got to have a team in place. Do you have a wealth advisor, right? All of these things need to be in place as well. So I hope that answers that question for you, my friend. All right, what else did I want to share with you guys? We'll make it. I just got here. If you can sum up in 20 seconds what I meant. Yeah, I wish I could, my friend. What I will say will make it is that very smart and successful macro investors like Raoul Pal, Rick Edelman, and Dan Morehead understand what's about to happen. They understand about the flow of institutional and money, hedge fund money, and family offices money coming to the space. They know that JP Morgan is estimating $600 billion is going to come into the space. They know that it's going to be more money in this space than was in the 2017 bull run. And they know that it's about BTC, Ethereum, and XRP. And if you want to widen that to 5, it's Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. They know that. Now, the difference is retail investors are not coming in the space like Dan Morehead does in terms of income, right? They're not coming in with tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars. So in my humble opinion, the play is it's flip-flopped because you can have a bigger percentage gain in altcoins. The genius thing for us is that these big altcoins like Ethereum and XRP are you can put money easily into those, and they're going to outperform Bitcoin, right? So it's not about how many XRP you have. It's about how much money have you put into XRP. It's not about how many Ethereums you have. It's about how much money have you put into Ethereum. It's not about how many Bitcoins you have. It's about how much money you've put into Bitcoin. That's what you got to factor. Bitcoin is going to give you a certain X. Ethereum and XRP, however, are going to give you quite another different X. And the great thing is historically in this market, you're able to take advantage of both. You don't have to just take advantage of one, which is a really, really cool deal. So let me share this last thing here, and then I'm going to get off from the Martian report. I thought this was powerful, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today, guys. Over 200 people on the stream. I hope you guys hit that like and subscribe for me. I definitely do appreciate it. YouTube appreciate it. We on a mad rush to 10,000 subs, and I'm glad that you guys are going on this journey with us. It's going to be quite the ride. So I'm going to end with something that I think is something important for you to really, really, really think about. Let's see here. This is from the Martian report. Shout out to the Martian report. He had a YouTube channel for a while as well, doing this thing, big time value add to the community. My friend, I thank you for sharing. We appreciate all that you do for the community. It says, LOL, XRP will never hit $1,000. That's cool. I'll still be in the American 0.1%. He's going to be in the 1% of the 1% when we get back to $5. Well, how about that? When we get to $5, right? So I don't believe XRP can break $1,000 because that's what I need to hit retirement. I believe it will break $1,000 because that will soon be a 1-to-1 value peg. What is a 1-to-1 value peg, you may ask? Well, Mushroom Course says, well, what is a 1-to-1 value peg? It goes as such. In a 1-to-1 value peg, the assets in questions are valued not based upon demand side economics, but supply side. There's well over 50 trillion US dollars in circulation today, and only 100 billion XRP. 50 trillion divided by 100 billion XRP equals $500 XRP. This is the same method gold and silver bugs use to project the true value of said precious metals. And it shows us XRP is incredibly undervalued for the role it's being adopted to solve. XRP is not a currency. It is money. Know the difference to know the significance. And here's the bonus tweet that I love. What few will understand is that $500 is the future bedrock value, not the peak. And I like that he used value and not price. What few understand is that $500 is the future bedrock value, not peak. This figure does not include the further debasement of the US dollar between now and rational price valuation of this market, nor does it account for future global market growth. It's something to think about, right? It's something to think about. And what I do know is what I'm going to do in the Crypto Caesar's home is I'm going to utilize the cycles, multiply my XRP so that I will have more XRP to hodl for 5, 10, or 15 years. And so I can also live a life that very few people have imagined. And the interesting thing is, if you understand the cycles, if you understand the cycle trades versus day trade, and if you understand that and you do the math, it'll make sense that you can have both. You can live your life unlike most people will ever live, and you can have more XRP if you understand how it works, if you understand that. And so I would encourage you again, I don't get any money from BC Backer. I've never met Blockchain Backer, but I think it allows you to have a different perspective that I think if you grab a hold of it, it'll make sense to you. If it doesn't, cool. Nothing wrong with hodling. Nothing is wrong with hodling. But if it does, then it does. And, you know, I hope that it does make sense for you. I'm not telling you what to do. Again, I'm not a financial planner. I'm telling you what the crypto siege in his home and his family is going to do in this bull run. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a really, really cool hang with your friends and XRP Regs, AC 1023. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. MHLX, thank you so much for hanging today. That's a new name in the stream I don't think I've seen before. James Shepard, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you being here. Dan Druff, Guru James, what's good, brother? Good to see you. Guru James. I think the only okay. Willie Washington, thank you so much for hanging out. XRP number one, as usual. Thank you. Zom Top, let's start living with abundant wealth. I like that. I like that thinking, my friend. I like that big time. What's going on, Z? How you doing today, my friend? Thanks so much for hanging out. Trinity Brokerage, I appreciate you being here. What's the process of taking a loan out against your XRP? Well, you have to check out the Celsius platform. Let me leave you a link, my friend, so you should check it out. What I encourage you to do is to watch as many AMAs as you possibly can, my friend, on Alex Mashinsky from Celsius. Learn that model, learn the business model, see if it makes sense for you. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking advantage of that platform. Let's see, can I do it this way? Let's do it this way. To do that, that's what I'm doing. Certainly not telling you to do that, right? I would never tell anyone what to do with their money, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm really, really excited about doing it. There's guys, there's the link, there's the referral code. If you want to use my link, that would be awesome. I am an ambassador for the Celsius platform, so I love to talk and share with that when I can. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up the stream. Where we go? Like I do all of my streams, and remind you guys of this. That is, old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.